Hello everyone and welcome back to Gigi's Kitchen. Today we'll be sharing with you this Pakistani Indian delicacy called Nihari. And for ingredients we have 1 kilogram of beef shank, which is 2.2 pounds, and we're using this kind of cut because it's tender and it cooks faster. Next we have 2 medium red onions that are diced, but you can also use them sliced. And for garnish, we have 1 bunch of cilantro or coriander, and also 2 green chilies and some fresh ginger that's julienned. And we're also using 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, half a cup of canola oil, and for seasoning we're using 1 packet of the Shan Nihari masala mix that can be bought online or at any Indian grocery store. So the first step is to heat a large pot on medium-high heat, then add in the oil and let it heat up really well before adding in the onions and frying them until golden brown. And the reason why we're using canola oil instead of olive oil is because it has a higher smoke point and also a neutral flavor. And make sure to keep moving the onions frequently to avoid burning them. And as you can see, now the onions are getting to that golden brown color. We're just gonna give them an extra 1 or 2 minutes and then we're gonna take them out. And the reason we're looking for this color is to give body and also texture to the gravy. After setting the onions aside, we added 2 tablespoons of canola oil to the pan again. And now it's time to brown the meat with the masala mix. And we're going to sprinkle in the whole package of the masala because it's good for 2 pounds of meat, and we're just going to keep moving it around until it's browned evenly. And meanwhile, we're boiling 2 liters of water that we're going to add to the meat after the masala starts separating from the oil. Now our beef is nice and browned, and as you can see, the spices have separated from the oil, and now it's time to add in the hot water. And the amount of water to be used is 2 liters, which is about 8.5 cups of water. And now we're going to lower the temperature to just a simmer and cook it covered and disturbed for about 2 hours. Our beef stew has been simmering for about 1.5 hours. Now we're going to take the ginger garlic paste and fry it in a pan with a little bit of olive oil until it becomes fragrant. Then we're going to add it to the mix. And right before adding in the ginger garlic paste, we took out about 1.5 cups of the broth the meat has been cooking in and set it aside to make a flour slurry to thicken the gravy later. "15 minutes later, we're going to add in the fried onion so it starts releasing its flavor and its color into the gravy. And to thicken our stew, we're going to add 1 cup of flour to a pan and just toast it lightly until it becomes golden brown. This way we add a nutty flavor to the stew. After cooling the broth completely and toasting the flour, we're just gonna add 1 tablespoon at a time and keep mixing it until it's all incorporated. And finally, we're going to start adding our slurry to the mix slowly, and make sure to keep mixing it continuously because you don't want any of it to stick to the bottom or burn or clump up. And while mixing continuously, we're gonna cook it for an extra 5 minutes just to make sure there's no taste of raw flour left in it. And finally, to serve our delicious nihari, we're sprinkling some of the coriander that we chopped, some of the julienne ginger, and the chili peppers for garnish. And we're going to serve it today with some pide bread, which is a Turkish bread, just because it's thicker so it absorbs the gravy better. But you can also have it with naan or roti. And since this dish tends to have a spicy kick to it, we always serve it with our favorite mango lassi. And just before digging in, we're going to squeeze a little bit of lemon on the top and enjoy. If you like today's video, please like and subscribe for more. Enjoy!